Our king is so unhappy because of his illness.
He has a splendid palace.
He has the finest horses and carriages.
He rules over a peaceful land.
The doctors have come out of the king's bedroom.
He has wealth, but not health.
Hello.
His Majesty has so many learned doctors. Can't they cure him?
Let us go and discuss the matter with them. 6 months ago, His Majesty took to his bed. Let us urge the doctor to do something more than they have done.
Gentlemen, His Majesty has now been in bed for 6 months. This is really serious. We come therefore to ask what his doctors are doing to find the cause of his disease and to cure him.
We are trying our best, sir. We have tried every medicine, but nothing seems to work.
We have prescribed bitter herbs and castor oil.
We have also tried giving him honey and fruit and every dish that he desires.
But nothing works. His Majesty continues to feel unhappy and ill.
But what is the cause of his illness?
If we could find the cause, we could cure him.
But there seems no cause that we can trace.
What are you all doing here?
Sir, we all feel greatly concerned about your Majesty's health.
Then do something about it. So many of you, and yet you do nothing for me.
How does your Majesty feel today?
Sometimes I have headache. Sometimes I have backache. And sometimes a stomach ache. I have pain in my chest, or in my legs, or in my eyes. I cannot sleep at night. And yet these doctors cannot find what's wrong with me.
We have tried everything, but we cannot find the cause of the trouble.
I am tired of you all.
Sir, an old man has just arrived. He doesn't seem to be a doctor, but he's quite sure that he has remedy for your majesty's trouble. He is so insistent that I brought him in. In fact, he is waiting for permission, sir, to come in.
Counselor,
Yes,
bring
sir.
him in. Perhaps he can cure me. Can you cure me?
Yes, certainly.
Aren't you going to examine me?
There is no need. I know about this illness.
All right, I'll do it. Send on messenger to get the shirt. It will be easy.
Messengers, go and search out in all likely places where you may expect a man to be happy.
Messengers, go everywhere to find happy man and bring his shirt to the king. But they fail to find such a man. The messengers from the court is still on the search right.
Messengers, give me the reports.
I met a man who has to work very hard. He has no servants to help him. Another man has many servants, but he worries all the time because he feels they are cheating him.
One man is unhappy because he has no son to inherit his land. Another has sons, but he is unhappy because they quarrel so much among themselves.
One man has not enough money to live in real comfort. Another has plenty of money but is afraid of losing it.
Every day, the search goes on. The messengers return from their search, and every day I have to report to the king their failure to find the happy man.
So the search goes on, day after day and week after week. Soon it will be months, and our king lies in his bed, miserable and angry.
What are you doing here?
Sir, we have not yet found a happy man.
It can't be so difficult to find the happy man in the whole kingdom. You are not trying hard enough.
Indeed, we are trying, Your Majesty, and we will continue to try. In all likely places, to high and low, where we may expect a man to be happy. Let me give you the reports.
Well, search in unlikely places where you don't expect to find the happy man.
The old man who gave this advice to the king has conveniently disappeared. Otherwise, I would send him to find the happy man. Messengers, go and search out in all unlikely places where you don't may expect a man to be happy.
A man wearing a pair of ragged trousers, bare back, bare chin, glistening with chest, is digging with an axe, whitening as he works. A man from the court is still such on arrived there.
A small field, rather barren and a rough hut. Not a likely place to find my happy man. But I hear sound of whistling accompanying the blow of an axe or a spade. My friend, you are working very hard in your small field and you whistle as you work. Are you happy?
Of course, I am happy. I work so hard that I haven't a time to be unhappy.
Have you enough food at the end of each day's hard labor?
Times I have more and sometimes less. Hard work gives me an appetite and I always enjoy my food.
And health and strength and energy?
Of course, I do have all that. I work hard and live simply, so I can't get ill.
You are sure that you are happy?
Of course, I am happy. If you stop asking silly questions, anybody can be happy without worrying about it.
Quick then, give me your shirt.
Shirt?
Yes, your shirt, which you have taken off while working. You will be paid well for it.
I would give it to you for nothing if I had it. I have no shirt, only this old pair of dhoti and equally ragged old coat lying in my hut.
Then, how do you keep warm?
Work keeps me warm in day, at night sleep keeps me warm.
No shirt.
No shirt. Any more question? Let me get on with my work and you with yours, so that we will both be happy.
Your Majesty, I would like you to hear the report's messenger himself.
Bring him in. What has he to say?
Messenger,
Your Majesty, I have found a happy man at last.
Give me the shirt.
But there is no shirt. The happy man had only a pair of rag trousers, but no shirt.
Then how did he keep warm?
Work keeps him warm by day. He's sad. Sleep keeps him warm at night.
What else did he say?
He's sad that you work hard and live simply. So he was strong and well. He told me to stop asking questions and thinking about health and happiness. He told me to go ahead with my work, whatever it was. I would be happy, alright.
One could try his remedy, Your Majesty, even if one cannot get a shirt from him.
Yes, I see. What do you mean? And what must I do? I too must work hard and live simply, as he carries on his work, so I carry on mine.
Then you will be happy, and so will your subjects, for they will be well looked after.
thank you.